Yeah, okay, Roblox making terrible decisions. What's new? Like, quite literally, all I need to do is show you the most recent video from Creekcraft called Roblox, Why Would You Do This? And that's enough to tell you that this situation is kind of stupid. Okay, I mean, the decision initially does seem very silly, and it truly does evoke the reaction of, oh my god, why on earth would Roblox ever possibly think that this is a good idea or something that is going to work? But ultimately, I think we need to clear up the confusion, because at the moment everyone seems to think that they are going to get banned from this, or Roblox is going to steal all of their Robux in order to fix the problem that isn't really their fault in the first place. And I don't know, it's just kind of ridiculous, the route that some people seem to think that this is going to go down. So basically, we're going back to a situation where Roblox is prohibiting the use of Blox in your username. So like BLOX, the second half of Roblox, is no longer allowed to be used in your username. And obviously a lot of people that already have Blox in their usernames are kind of freaking out over this, which is justified, you know, they are very right to kind of freak out about this, simply because Roblox only says that this is going to happen, and they don't really mention how it's going to happen, what the actual terms are going to be, what might happen to you if you have Blox or Roblox in your username, and that's as far as it goes. Like, they just don't say anything. Are they gonna lock you up forever? Are they gonna line you all up and shoot you dead? I really don't know, and that's why we need to talk about this. Okay, so on June 30th, 2025, so literally at the end of this month, Roblox is updating their terms of service to prohibit the names Roblox and Blox in usernames, display names, and community names. Community, I think, is group names. I don't know. They renamed groups to communities some time ago. It still confuses me, but I'm pretty sure that's what that means. They also mention similar sounding names to Roblox, which could include usernames with RBX, RBLX, and ROBLX. I've never seen someone use the letters ROBLX when referring to Roblox, but you know, whatever floats their little Roblox boat. We have the information on the actual Roblox help website. I think this is like their terms of service, and right here in the middle of it we can now see that they have recently added, we expanded the prohibition, that's not how you say that word, give me a minute. We expanded the prohibition of certain on-platform uses of the name Roblox and Blox and any names similar to Roblox to include usernames, display names, and community names. I think that's all we need to focus on here, but there was also something kind of similar to this happening back in 2022 in this little developer forum announcement that Roblox posted back then. I probably made a video about this, I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember specifically what happened, but I do kind of remember something like this happening, where they started to introduce restrictions on Roblox and variants like Blox or Bloxy, and it's crazy that Bloxy specifically is in there because obviously we have Bloxy News. I do remember back then when they were tweeting about this, like when Bloxy News was talking about this in 2022, they actually changed their display name on Twitter to be just Y News. They took out Blox entirely. Although I suppose with Bloxy also being prohibited, they just had to be News. They can't even have the Y. But with that one, it was kind of just keeping it out of the titles of games. So like any games on Roblox that had Roblox or Blox or Bloxy or any kind of variant of Roblox in the title of their name, if the game was created prior to this announcement and prior to those changes happening in 2022, they could have kept it, and that's why things like Welcome to Bloxburg still exist. However, if the game was created after June 2022 when this announcement was put out there, they would have had to follow these new rules, and they cannot have Roblox in the name or Blox in the name, any kind of variant, and I think they probably just moderate them if they do find any games that have that. But now it seems to be specifically focusing on usernames and display names and also group names, which yes, brings us now to the fact that everyone seems to think that they're gonna get banned or lined up and assassinated by Roblox. Of course, I mentioned Creekcraft made a video about this, and thankfully his name is not Creekblox. Sharkblox, however, also made a video about this called I have to rename my channel to Sharkblox, spelled differently, obviously. You probably figured that out already, but no, obviously that's not going to have to happen. If you have Blox in your channel name or your username on Roblox, your display name or your community name, your group name, someone got an email from Roblox support about this, and everyone who currently has Roblox and Blox or something similar in their username, the account obviously will not be banned. Obviously, okay? Like, they're not gonna allow you to create accounts on Roblox for as long as Roblox has existed, and then suddenly they implement this new rule, and anybody who falls under it or against it, they just have to ban them, even though they had no prior warning about this and it was never a rule before. That's not going to happen. You're not going to be banned. It will maybe be asked to get changed in the future. Our accounts are safe. And now this brings us to the second point of people being like, okay, if they force us to change our usernames, I'm gonna lose all my Robux. Or what about the people who just simply don't have Robux? Well, in cases kind of similar to this before, where a username gets reset, Roblox does give those accounts one free username change, and that's probably exactly what's going to happen for this. But at the moment, it just says it might get asked to be changed in the future, so they're probably gonna ignore it for now, maybe, possibly. I don't really know. But yeah, the main things to focus on probably will be the fact that you're not going to get banned, and secondly, if your username gets reset or your username has Blox or RBLX in it, something like that, and Roblox comes to you in the future and they're like, hello, please change your username. They're not gonna force you to use all of your Robux, spend your life savings buying enough Robux to have the username changed. No, they're just gonna allow you to change it for free just once, and that will be the end of that. You know, it's really not as big of a deal as people are currently making it out to be. You're safe, your accounts are safe, everything will be okay. So please, the comments is the place to go. Tell me what you guys think about Roblox no longer allowing people to have Blox in their usernames. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.